Now we've waited our 3 or 4 minutes, and I open it up. Now remember the marking that I put on the top. There it is. There's the T. So I want to turn this around so that when I get up there, I can drop this, hold this like this, and drop this whole piece down. So let me do that. Also, I made 2 markings here with my level. Right here, and this will be level so that I know that the paper is going straight. Again, this can be done with a thumb thumb, but I prefer the level. And you don't need to measure the bottom so much, just get it going straight, and then when we come down and get off the ladder, then we'll measure and make sure that the bottom is going straight as well. Now, I take this piece, I open the top end of it. I let it rest a couple inches above the base, above the molding. And I move it over to where my marks are. So I have my marks. What I do is I just work the air out by hand. Just by hand. I leave the top untrimmed until we're done. So I work this out by hand. The hands are very good as a tool. You'll see that when you do an installation like this, you'll see that your hands will pick up air bubbles many times much better than your eyes will, because your eyes just can't see it, but your hands can always feel when it's laying flat against the wall surface or when there's a little bit of bubble in it and it's not flat against the wall surface. So trust your hands, trust your eyes. I mean, you need your eyes as well, but you also need to trust your hands. Now, I've opened this, I got this halfway open. Now I reach back, because we booked the two, the front, the top and the bottom, and I open the bottom section. So now I do the same thing, but before I start smoothing it down with my hand, I take the level, and I make sure that this piece is going level down towards the bottom. Many times a piece can fall off because the wall rolls a little bit, and you don't get this. So this is fine. This is just fine. So I smooth it down just with my hands, okay? Smooth it down like such. Now, I go back up again. This time, I take my smoother with me. I go up. Too fast, I start smoothing it out. And you notice I follow it up with my hands because of that thing that I told you about, where your eyes don't see it necessarily, but your hands will always know when there's air. So I just work my way right down the paper. So now work my way two-thirds of the way down the paper. Now I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to make my cut. Now I want to cut this evenly, but I don't want to go further than my knife. So I always use my knife as a guide to press it up against the molding on top. And then the razor cut on top will be very nice. There, that's a very nice razor cut. And as I come down, I feel with my hands just to make sure that there's no air. Now remember, we didn't smooth out the bottom part yet. So I put the razor in the straight edge down, and I start doing the same process as I did on top. And I I'm smoothing the paper down. Now you can see right here that air is coming out. I'm taking the air out as I come down. Okay? There we are. Now we got it sitting nicely. It's all set up. And I do the same thing on the bottom. No further than the blade. I press the blade into the baseboard and I go slowly and I get a nice even cut. Now I have this piece cut. I have a bag which I have set up. Just a bag from the supermarket's fine, or garbage bags of any sort. And I put it in a bag so that I'm not slipping on it, because you can slip. I take my knife, take it off the floor, put it on my ladder, come over. I take the bucket and sponge, go up. Okay, and I just wipe the paste down. Wipe any paste that might be on the face of the paper off. Okay, I've done that. All the time I'm looking for anything that might, bubbles that might be occurring, or anything strange that might be happening in the wall.